Megan Lorson. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Very excited about today's video. I'm going to be telling you why I decided to go full-time bridal hairstylist, why I went all into my business, dropped salon ownership, quit working behind the chair. But before I get into that and tell you why I did that, I want to tell you guys about a couple things right now, a couple new things that I have recently started that I think will benefit you, that you're going to be excited about, that will, just benefit you and give you more education. So the first thing is, I do want to let you know that my Bridal Beauty Business Academy online course has officially reopened, and it will be open for the next 4 days. So the doors will be closing on Saturday, November 5th of 2022, and they will not reopen until next year in 2023. If you are interested, the link is going to be down below. If you are ready to go all in on your bridal business, if you want to learn how to book more weddings, if you want to learn how to go all in so you can have more time freedom, more time at home with your kids, whatever it is you want to be doing, I'm going to teach you how, because that's exactly what I did. I quit working behind the chair. I left salon ownership all to go full-time in my bridal business so I could stay at home with my little girl, have more time with her, watch her grow, and also so I could have more time and opportunity to grow my personal brand, which is what is going on today. Is I am now teaching other people how to style bridal, create bridal styles, how to create and grow and scale a successful bridal business so that you can have more time freedom and more time to do the things that you truly love. So that is currently open for enrollment. Second thing I want to tell you all is I have finally started my podcast. It is called the $1 Million Beauty Biz Podcast. It's a big name, and I'll be honest, I was really scared about naming it $1 Million Beauty Biz Podcast, because I was like, what are people going to think about that name? Are they going to like it? Are they going to be like, whoa, who does she think she is? But I really felt like, number one, it needs to be catchy. Number two is that I'm going to be discussing topics on how to create successful beauty businesses. And number three, I also wanted a title that I could grow with. I didn't want to be stuck with something that wouldn't be relevant years and years from now. So that is why I chose to call it $1 Million Beauty Biz Podcast. I'm super excited about it. There's currently 3 episodes in there already. I'm releasing a new episode every single week. So be sure to subscribe to it, share it with a friend if you're finding it helpful. But I talk about everything about what it takes to create a successful business, mom life, business, and content creation, faith, everything in between to help you live a happy life, and grow a successful business. I think you're gonna like it, so go check it out. I'll put the link below so you can easily get to it. All right, let's get into today's video. Okay, so today I'm gonna be telling you why I decided to go all in on my bridal business, why I quit salon ownership, quit working behind the chair, and just do weddings now. So I was a salon owner for 6 years, worked behind the chair full-time, taking clients, managing a team, and everything else between that goes with salon ownership, taking clients, working behind the chair, and everything. I absolutely loved it, and at the time I was also educating for a brand. I was educating on color, so I would travel to different salons and teach. I would go to the hair shows, I would be on stage teaching, and I loved it. I loved it. It was a busy life. It was so fun. I loved educating. Education has always been a big part of my life, and I feel like who I am. I just love helping other people and watching them succeed and grow. And I just feel like when I learn something and I discover things, that I want to share it with the world so other people can be successful also. So I was very busy. I loved what I was doing. I loved my clients, but my husband and I decided to start growing a family. And so I got pregnant and had a little girl. And the whole time I was pregnant with her, I guess I just thought I was gonna keep doing what I was doing. You know, I feel like when we've been doing for something for so long, we just keep like, I don't know, tunnel vision. And I was, the whole time I was telling my clients, I was telling myself, and my mom and I actually ran the salon together. So I was telling my mom, I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna take 2 months off from work and then come right back. And I was planning on working like maybe 3 days a week behind the chair and then having some time off with my little girl. So I wasn't working like full time. So that was my plan the whole time I was pregnant with her. And I just, 3 months before having my little girl, I was in my last trimester, and it just hit me. And I was like, reality really set in, and I'm like, well, who's gonna watch my little girl? Because most of my family works and I don't really have anybody. And I started really feeling like, oh my gosh, I just know I'm not gonna wanna like leave this little baby with anybody, even if it is with family. Like, I want to experience everything with being a first-time mom and watching my little baby grow, because everyone was telling me how fast it would go, and they were right. And I was like, I want to make a change. I just felt it so deeply. I was like, I want to make a change. And I have always loved styling hair. I love bridal styling, but I had quit it for a couple years due to COVID, and then also because I was specializing in color and hand-tied extensions, and that was what my focus was. So I shifted my focus on that to specialize in that one thing. And so I had quit doing weddings for about 2, maybe 3 years. And I was like, I want to get back into that. I love weddings. I love the bridal industry. It's just a fun atmosphere, and I can do it on the weekends and spend the week with my little girl. And at first I was honestly just making things up as I went, like taking it day by day. And I feel like sometimes that's what you have to do. You can't always plan out every detail of your life. You can't know what's going to happen in the future. And so I was just slowly starting to make that a plan. And I just slowly started booking some smaller weddings right before I had my little girl. And then like right after she was like just in that newborn stage, I was just booking a few small weddings. And the whole time I was still really on the fence. Like, am I really gonna do this? Like, is this really sustainable? Can I really do bridal hair full time? I don't know. Is there enough weddings? I mean, all the questions were going through my mind. I'm like, am I really gonna give up being an educator? For color? Am I really gonna give up all my clients? Am I really not gonna go back? And I was just this, like on a teeter-totter, just going back and forth. Like, do I go all in? Do I wait it out? Just kind of see what this whole mom life thing brings in the next couple months? Like, there were so many new changes to me, and it's like I didn't want to fully commit to my bridal business, but I immediately was like, my go-to is I always research. I always invest in education, because I know firsthand that education is the best and quickest way to learn things, to find out if that's what you want to do, if that's not what you want to do. And it's the fastest way to get you to where you want to be. So I quickly was like researching and following tons of bridal hairstylists on Instagram. And I quickly joined multiple subscriptions, and I joined bridal beauty business online courses to help me grow and scale. And I mean, it was only a matter of like a month, and my brain had exploded with how much information that I learned that I didn't know before about the bridal industry, how to charge, how to create systems in my bridal business that would help me save time so I didn't have to be spending so much time in my bridal business. Because again, the whole reason I wanted to go full-time bridal is so that I wouldn't have to be spending so much time in my business. I wanted to have that time freedom. And so I quickly learned how to create systems in my business to where I wasn't responding to emails over and over the same thing, and spending all these time and all these email inquiries coming in. And I just learned so much. I learned how to set my rates. I learned how to set boundaries. And I've been in the bridal industry for about 10 years. So I've learned a lot because I've taken, when I was in the salon, we would do weddings for years, but I didn't have near the education of what I do now and the education that I had gotten when I first decided to go into the bridal industry. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, we were doing paper contracts in the salon, all of that. Now everything is online for me. It makes it super convenient for the brides. I've created an amazing experience for my brides, which with all of that, you can charge higher rates. So many things. And again, all of this I do teach in my Bridal Beauty Business Academy. So if you're wondering, that is a bulk of what I teach in there. So yeah, I learned a lot. That was the first thing I did. And as the more I learned and moved along with it, the more quickly, what am I trying to say? The more quickly, that's not the right phrase. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that that's better. I quickly learned that I can make a full-time career out of this and not work full-time, but make full-time money doing it. And then I also started learning at the beginning of my journey, it was like a progression. Like within the first 3 months, I was like, boom, 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 like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like I have been missing out this whole time. For years, I feel like for years I have struggled and pushed my way through to figure out what it is that I truly wanted to do and who I really needed to become. And now more than ever, I feel like I have found that. Because for years, I wanted to create a brand, wanted to create an educational brand. I wanted to educate people on a larger scale, and going all in on my bridal business has allowed me to do that. Because I get to make a full-time income on my bridal business, but I'm not working full-time on it, which allows me to have plenty of good quality time with my little girl, but it also allows me to, it allowed me to create my online course. It has allowed me to focus on this YouTube channel and grow this YouTube channel more to help you and help so many others. It also has allowed me to now start my podcast. And these are all things that I have wanted to do for years and fought for years, but never had the time because I was so consumed in the salon and what everybody needed in the salon and my clients and what posting for the salon and everybody and helping this person and that person and what do we need for products? What colors are we low on this week? Product inventory. I mean, it's just so many things, and I never had the mental focus to really put all the energy into what I do now, because going all in on my bridal business has simplified my life so much. Because number one, I have an assistant and I do have some makeup artists that do help me quite often, but it's not like employees. So I'm not managing people all the time, and I don't have a large inventory that I constantly have to keep checking if it's stocked or not. It's very simple. Bridal keeps it very simple for me. I have my hair products, my bobby pins, and things are just so much more simple. And in this season in my life, I wanted things simple because I didn't want to be having all these extra added stressors. And so with this video, I'm gonna wrap it up a little bit, but I just want to let you know that you have options in this life. There are so many options out there. And just because you've been this person for this long, or you always done this specific thing, does not mean that you need to continue to do it. And like I said, I'm gonna go back to the beginning of my story when I had spent years, 5-6 years, becoming an educator for a brand and salon ownership, building my clientele to specializing in these services, and then just like that, it felt like I was giving it all up, and it was felt like, wow, did I really, it felt like I was just giving up what I worked so hard for so many years. But looking back now, it was all part of the journey, and all of that prior to now was helping me, teaching me skills and things that I needed to develop and learn to be here today. So don't ever think that you're giving up things. If it's your dream, if you want your life differently, to look different, know that you can, and you have the option to. You're never stuck where you are. There's always a book you can read, a podcast you can listen to, a YouTube video. There's so much education out there. And anytime that I feel like stuck, I quickly try to research and listen to a podcast or do what I can to get unstuck and learn and grow. And it's just one step at a time, and you slowly figure things out as you go. Nobody has it all figured out. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this little my story. I hope you found it helpful, inspiring, motivating, all the things. If you guys do like my channel, like if you've been watching my videos, if you found this one helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future content. And I would love if you would take a screenshot of this, post it on your Instagram stories, share it with your friends. It really helps me out, but also in return, I feel like it helps other people out as well. If you have any video requests, let me know in the comments. I try to read all of them. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.